Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna be reacting to a video called 10 Greatest Swedish Metal Bands. Very excited, do not know anything about metal or Swedish metal specifically. So let's check it out and comment, like, and subscribe. It's a festival. Okay, it's crazy that, like, that the voice, that's crazy. Oh, I like this. Very catchy. Like that in the background. I like it. Does that mean something in Swedish? Okay, his voice is crazy. Oh my god, okay, that's an insane guitar playing and drums and vocals, insane everything. Wow. Wow, so dramatic. Is he dressed as a priest? Okay, Sanctuary, the priest. I sense a theme. I love it because it looks like something that like a very theater based. Oh, I like this. I like the vocals over like this music. Oh, okay. Like this is kind of like pop. Is this metal? Oh, I love this. It's very like, I want to clap. Oh, I love the little bass. Very energetic. Wow. Oh my god, the music is insane. Oh, okay. I love this. Okay. Okay, so I loved all of them. I really like them. I don't really know anything about like this type of music, but what I listened to, what I was hearing, I was really liking it. I think like it's something crazy that I think like there's a little like something for everyone. I think like when I think of metal, I was thinking like something again like very like scream, and people were guys were like like a very growly type of vocal. But I could see like there was like some of them that weren't specifically like that. There were some of them were quite, I don't know, like it looked kind of like pop or something. Like I don't know, it was like is that metal? Again, I had no idea, but it looked kind of crazy. Like it sounded kind of crazy, because it was like, okay, apparently like I have to like get out of like the mindset what I think it's probably like metal, because it's not what I'm imagining. So I really do like it, because it's like, no, you have to like broaden your horizon, and it's like it's not what you think. So I really like that there's like something for everyone, because it's like there's something for people that really do enjoy that sort of like that sort of like heavier sort of like metal, the the guy with the voice being all like rah, but there's also again some of them a little bit like a softer maybe like kind of music. And there's also some that was one that I think, like, I can't remember like the name, but it was the cover was like a lake, and it was like black and white. But and that one looked like almost like soothing, which I think is like kind of crazy to say, because it's like it's metal isn't something that's supposed to be like very like energetic and stuff, like you want to pop out and you're like, yes, like to work out, or maybe like go and I don't know, like scream and be at a concert and be like, yes, when you're like you're like jumping up and down. But that one looked very, I don't know, like it's very like soothing for some reason, which I think, again, I'm realizing sounds a little crazy, but that was just the vibe that I was getting. I really do like listening to all of this like incredible selection. I think like one of the things that really does, and again, it's not all of them, because like I just said, like there's like a little bit, like there's probably a lot of like the subgenres and stuff, like not everything has to like fit into a mold, and not all metal bands are created the same, and not necessarily like you have to be in a particular way, and your band doesn't have to be like, oh, like scream metal. Isn't that an actual genre? Come to think about it, like, isn't scream metal an actual genre? And it's not, not all metal bands are like that. But the guys that were like very like growly and very like, there was one guy in particular, I think it was like number 9, had like a crazy voice. It's like, oh my god, I have no idea how you're doing this with your voice. I almost wonder, like, do they speak like that in their like daily lives? Which I think would be crazy. Like, how your vocal cords are not like super damaged. Probably, obviously, because they're professionals and they know what they're doing. Like, they do know how to like work their voice and how to sing in a particular way. But it's gonna be like, I would love to know like their technique, their training, and their sort of like the vocal lessons that they're taking, in order for their voice to not be completely wrecked when they're talking like normally. Because I have like 2 questions. When you're talking normally, like again, when you're just like having a conversation, do you actually like have like a deeper tone of voice, or do you end like this? Because obviously you're not gonna be like, hello. No, probably not. Or maybe yes. Again, would love to know. Do like, can I listen to the singer just in normal conversation in like an interview and compare that to like their singing voice? Because obviously a lot of singers do not do that, not all of them, but some singers do really have, like, they sort of like put on, I don't know, put on a costume, they put on like a different voice, and they don't really sound how they actually are singing. I do not know how they do this. Like, obviously it's with like through training, and I would assume like, yes, it's probably like it's an unconscious thing that you sort of like you do, because you've been trained, or again you've taken lessons. And maybe they don't really do it like consciously, maybe they do it subconsciously, or maybe they do have to like, switch it off and be like, no, this isn't the time to be like all screamy, growly. No, I have to like talk normally. Or maybe they have to like, again, switch it up because they have to preserve their voices. Because again, it's like, I can't imagine doing a whole concert, I don't know, like an hour and a half probably. I think that's the standard. Like a performance that lasts like an hour and a half. When you're going on tour, you're doing like at least like three shows a week. So like 3 shows a week, like with this again, it's like a very heavy like vocal performance. I would assume like it's very taxing on your voice, it's very taxing on your vocal cords. So I would love to know how they actually maintain this. And do they, again, maybe it's, I'm imagining like crazy tours where you have to like go and you're like, I'm off for 6 months. Maybe they can't, and it's one of the things about it's the nature of like this, again, of like metal dance in general, that they don't have to like, I can't tour like for that long, because again, like the voice of like our lead singer, it's gonna be absolutely wrecked and destroyed. But I would love to know, because I think they gotta have like insane preparation, and again an insane sort of like because they have to be on vocal rest probably. Again, probably those the more like growly types, the ones that are a little bit more subdued, I think they probably can lead like more normal schedules probably. Obviously they have to do their vocal rest, and they have to do like, yes, have a vocal coach and stuff, and a singing coach, and whatever it is that singers do. But I think probably it's a little bit less so. I would assume that again the others have to have like an insane sort of like schedule. And again, how your voice is not damaged by the time that you're like, if you start young and you start when you're like, I don't know, 18, 20, by the time you're like, I don't know, like 30, 32, like even in your early 30s, and you've been doing this for like 10 years, is your voice super damaged? No, obviously you're probably a good singer is going to tell you, no, it's not damaged, because I've taken like good care of my voice. and again through proper technique. But it's like, okay, well, we'd love to know those techniques because it's crazy. Again, I do not know how to sing, so I wouldn't know anything. So it makes me super curious, extra curious, because it's like I do not know how to sing, so I would love it. But also, again, it's like there was another that I think was very good, and again, there was like some like, that's what I was talking about, like the good selection. Because like you got a little bit of something for like, yes, you have everything. There was like one in particular that again, it's sort of like very, I don't know, I don't know, like a pop thing. It's like, I don't know, can I listen to, I can listen to this probably like on the radio, and I love like the little, I don't know, like the melody of it all, and the little like the riffs. It's like, wow, the little like separate parts, I think they're very nice to the ear. They don't really sound, because some of them were like, again, very like, wow, this, I don't know, like it sounds good, and I like it, and it's obviously like they're incredible musicians. The fact that you're able to like do that with a guitar and with a bass, like incredible, mind blown, could never do that in a million years. But I think like I don't know if I could like listen to a whole sort of like album of this kind of like music, like this intensity for like, I don't know, 60 minutes. However, I know that obviously albums can last from like, I don't know, 40 minutes. An album can last whatever it is that you want to last. So if you want it to last like 40 minutes, it can last 40 minutes. If you want it to last like 20 or more, that's probably more like an EP. But or you want your record to be like a triple album, yeah, sure, like an hour and a half. But I don't know if you can maintain that intensity. Like for my ears, it's like, I don't know if I can maintain this actually just like listening to this, because for like a couple of songs it's good, but I'm wondering also like, well, probably if they're like on an album, probably they're gonna be like breaks in between. And I'm thinking about like shows. It's like when you're in a show like this, how are they able to like maintain, because a lot of these clips were of actual like live shows and live performances. How are you able to maintain like that level of intensity and energy throughout the whole thing? I think that's crazy. Obviously, like, they had, I don't know, do they have acoustic songs? Do they have like slower songs? Because usually I think that singers and bands sort of like mix it up a little bit, because it's hard, it's taxing, it's really taxing on their bodies to just be like insanely playing this for, again, 40 minutes to an hour. That seems crazy. That seems insane. It's comparable to probably like an athlete or like I don't know, a football player or something. They have to keep running, and again, it's not running like metaphorically, like they have to be obviously, and obviously it's a lot of exercise, not a physical, it is physical exercise. Obviously it's not like an athlete as in like they're running through a field, no. That it's just like, yes, they have obviously the instruments, like that really is it's a really serious workout, and they need their breaks. And again, the singer needs to breathe, and obviously the actual musicians need to, like, I need a break, like, I don't know, don't your fingers like get tired? Isn't like the thing heavy? Like, again, it's like an intensity that's kind of crazy, and you're jumping up and down as well. So maintaining this for like a whole show seems crazy. And if they are able to like maintain that level of intensity for like an hour, 40 minutes, like, oh my God, my hat's off to you. I really do not have any idea how you're able to maintain this. And again, maybe it's just like, again, the energy of the public, like maybe it's, it's like they're feeding off that energy. And kudos to them, but I would also love to know, okay, but tell me, like, how long are your tours? Like, because again, maybe you can do this for like maybe one show, or maybe two shows, maybe three. But when it comes to like, I'm doing this weekly for like 6 months, I don't know if you're able to like maintain that level of intensity. But I actually do not know, because I've never really been to like a metal sort of like show. So I do not know if they actually like have a little break, and maybe they have songs that are a little bit like quieter. Do they bring out a piano sometimes? Probably not. But maybe there's just like an instrumental, slower sort of like piece that allows, the musicians to breathe, which hopefully they have. Or maybe that's not what people are for. I don't know. Well, now I have to add it to my bucket list. Now I have to like go to a Swedish metal band like show, because I'd be so interested to see like how the actual energy it is, which obviously it sounds incredible, like all the energy sounds really good, and it must feel like very, 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 very good, and very energetic, and very like, yes, you're part of something. But I was like, wow, those people must be like super tired when the show ends. So a lot of questions. Now I want to look them up, and it's like, yeah, one of those pieces is like, I think I want to go to sleep with them, with like the little ones that I think were called like the lake or something, because surprisingly it was very relaxing. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.